Okay? So the next word is ha, ba, and ta. Ha, ba, ta means to fall down. Ha, ba, ta means to fall down. Okay? Now again look at this word yahbitu. Yahbitu, you have a ya in the beginning and you have a dhamma at the end here. Okay? That means it's present tense. Yaf'alu. Okay? The rule of present tense and third person applies here. Okay? So the meaning of this will be he falls down or it falls down. So it will be it falls down. Because we are talking about the rock, so we don't say he, we say it falls down. Okay? Okay. So among the rocks, there is some rock or a stone or many of those that falls down. Okay? Now the next word is ha, sheen, and ya. This means to fear. Khashiya means khashiyat, or kha, sheen, and ya means to fear. And the noun from this is khashiyatun. Khashya tun means fear. Khashyatun is the actual word. It means fear.
Is the word khushu?
It's from the same. But actually, khushu is a little bit different. Khushu means humbleness. And there is an ayn in there. There is no ayn in there. So khushu is written this way. Khushu.
Ajizi.
Ajizi. Khushu and khudu, we say in the salat. That is humbleness. Okay? But khashi, there is no ayn in here. So this really means a fear. Khawf. Okay? Khashiyatun. Then the word is Allahu is the original word. So we have two words here, Khashiyatun and Allahu. Okay. Khashiyatun and Allahu, and both of them are noun. Okay. If I want to connect these two words in English, I can just put an of and it will become a relationship between those two words. The word will become fear of Allah. Khashiyatun and Allahu. In English, it's fear of Allah. Okay? And we have learned this rule a few times that in English we put an of to connect these two words. What do we do in Arabic? Okay? So we do two things in Arabic. First thing we do, we take the last two dhammas and change to one dhamma here. On the first word. On the second word, we take a dhamma here and change to a kasra. By doing these two things, it brings the meaning of off. So the word becomes khashiyatullahi. Okay? khashiyatullahi. You combine these two. Khashiyatullahi. Okay? Fear of Allah.
ये मीन की वजह से है ना, ज़ेर अल्लाह के नीचे।
Abhi, there is no mean in it. Only we combining these two letters, these two words. Okay? So the combination will be khashiyatullahi. Okay? Fear of Allah. Okay? Now, if I put a min before that, min means from, and it is a harf-e-jar. So what it does, harf-e-jar, it changes this dhamma to a kasra. So now you take this dhamma here and change it to a kasra. So now word will be min khashiyatillahi. So khashiyatullahi became khashiyatillahi because of this min. Okay? So if the min was not there, then it will remain khashiyatullah. Originally it was khashiyatun and Allahu. The combination of these two made it khashiyatullahi. The min made it khashiyatillahi. And that's the way it is in the Quran. From the fear of Allah, or by the fear of Allah, or of the fear of Allah, however you want to translate, they fall down by the fear of Allah. Means even stones fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that if they are sitting on some higher place, on a high mountain, they roll down, they fall down by the fear of Allah. Okay? Min, by fear of Allah. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that even among these stones there are different kinds of stones which go through these kind of changes. But if the hearts of the people have become hard, then nothing will work on them. Okay? And that's what the Qasat Qulubukum is explaining that. Okay? Then after that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Wamallahu. Wa means and ma means not. So Allah is not. Okay? And Allah is not. And not Allah. And Allah is not, I can say. Okay? And then the next word is Ghain, Fa, and Lam. Ghafala, Ghain, Fa, and Lam means to be unaware. Or not know something. If you don't know something, you are unaware of that. To be unaware. Okay? And if you want to make a doer, you will put an alif and it becomes ghafilun. Ghafilun means unaware. Ghafilun is the word. Like sajidun, hamidun, abidun. When you put an alif and pronounce that way, it becomes the doer, the person. So, ghafala means not to know something, and ghafilun is a person who doesn't know anything, who is unaware. Ghafil. Okay? And if I put a beware before that, be means of or with. Okay? And be is a harf-e-jar. Prepositions. Any preposition that we know in English, they are called harf-e-jar. And in Arabic, what they do, when they go before a noun, they look at the last letter, two dhammas, and change into two kasras. So this will become bighafilin. That's the word in the Quran. Okay. Originally the word is ghafilun, but because of the B, it becomes bighafilin. Meaning unaware of. But there is a mark before that, not. Allah is not unaware. Means Allah knows. Allah is not unaware. Means Allah knows. Okay? Unaware of.
Ma is used for water as well as for now.
No. Ma, if you look, there's a Hamza at the end. So it is ma'un. The actual word is ma'un.
Okay.
This means water. Okay? So when you put al, it becomes al-ma'u. Okay? So that's the word here, al-ma'u. The water. But if you don't have this, then ma means, ma actually has two meanings, what or not, both. Here it is not. Okay? So Allah is not unaware. Okay? And then the word amma means of that or that which.
टू डू और फाला इस अनवेयर के साथ मिल रहा है ना, इसको रब करते हैं।
Unaware.
ये टू डू आ रहा है ना, इसके साथ वो मिक्स हो गया है।
अच्छा, ये तो इसका पार्ट है। So Allah is not unaware of. And amma can be translated means whatever or that which or of that. Okay. So this will be of that. Allah is not unaware of that. Okay. Okay. And then the other word is, if we recall, fa and lam, fa'ala
To do.
means to do. And if we put a ya in the beginning and guna at the end, okay. And so what does these two things do? Just remember that actually in this case, let's take it a ta, not ya, ta. When you say ya or ta in the beginning, just we saw that ya in the beginning was present tense for third person. Ta in the beginning is the present tense for second person. So ta means you. You and present tense. It brings two things in the meaning. When you saw a ta in the beginning, like here is a ta. Okay, and the middle will be three letters. So ta in the beginning brings the meaning of you and present tense. And huna brings the meaning of plural. Okay? And the middle three letters are, what are the middle three letters? Fa and lam. Okay?
What you do.
You do or you are doing. Or actually future tense also, you will do means the same thing. Not past tense. Okay. So how to recognize a word? Ta'lamuna, taf'aluna, tusmi'una, takfuruna, all those words, whenever you saw ta in the beginning and una at the end. So ta means you and the present tense. And huna is the plural. And you put the 3 letters in the middle. So this will be pronounced taf'aluna. Taf'aluna means you do or you are doing. Okay. Now, if I have these 3 letters and lam and mim and lam and mim and lam, it means to do also. Amal, amala or and mim and lam, amala means doing. It has the same meaning as fa'ala, to do. Okay? So here you just put these 3 letters and mim and lam. Okay? And if you pronounce them, it is what the word is in the Quran. Ta'amaluna, you do. You, present and plural. You all are doing. Or you all do. Allah is not unaware of that which you all do. Okay? You all, plural, do. Or you are doing. Present tense is the same thing. Okay? So Allah, at the end of the ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making this statement that Allah is not unaware of all that you do. Okay? So don't think that He is not seeing or He is not aware of anything that we do. Okay? So that's what the message is from this ayah. Okay? So inshallah we'll stop at this point.